So, Cold War and Warzone are set to merge together next week on December 16th. And although they haven't gone into too much detail on exactly how the Cold War guns are going to be integrated, we do at least know all of these guns are going to be in Warzone. So if you're looking to try out Warzone and you're looking for a leg up on the competition before the update, I'm here to tell you how you can build the best guns for Warzone before the videos start overflowing on YouTube. If you want to build the best guns, you have to pick the right attachments. And the best way to know which attachments to use is to look at the stats. There's always certain stat bonuses that stand out above the rest, and they're essentially must-haves on any gun for Warzone. If you've watched Warzone build videos in the past, you'll notice most of the build videos all have a similar pattern of attachments that they use. And that's because they're all using some combination of the essential stat bonuses that you should generally always have on your guns. The first of these essential stat bonuses is aim down sight time, which determines how fast you bring up your sight to aim. The more bonuses you stack onto this, the faster you're going to be able to snap on the targets in gunfights. This stat has always been a staple throughout all of the Call of Duty games because of the fact that it allows you to play more reactionary instead of trying to predict what's going to happen next. This is especially useful when going around corners, because if your aim down sight time is slow and somebody surprises you, you're as good as dead if you try to bring your gun up before shooting. On non-SMGs, it is particularly vital to remember aim down sight speed is the cornerstone of almost every build. Sprint to fire speed is another essential stat bonus that you want to look out for. It's always good, and it's going to help you in those situations where you need to cancel your sprint quickly to start shooting at someone. It's even more useful on guns that have slow sprint to fire times by default, like assault rifles and LMGs. If you like to run and gun in Warzone, this is going to be your best friend so you can seamlessly transition between sprinting and shooting. Next up is 100% muzzle flash concealment. Muzzle flash concealment is going to hide you from the radar when you're shooting your gun, but you have to have it at 100% or else you'll show up for a short period of time. Staying off of the radar is crucial in Warzone, which is why nearly every build video, no matter the season, has always featured a monolithic suppressor. In a battle royale, information is extremely powerful, and you don't want to be giving your opponent the opportunity to see exactly where you are. Another stat bonus to look out for is magazine ammo capacity, which, as it sounds, it's going to boost how many bullets you have in one magazine. And generally, this is more valuable than taking faster reload speeds, because in Warzone, enemies can have up to a potential 250 health. In addition to that, if you're not playing in solos, you can almost guarantee that you will be fighting multiple enemies back to back. A very obvious stat to look out for is a damage increase. There aren't many attachments that give this bonus, so you won't have too many options. There really isn't much to say about this one because it's self-explanatory. The more damage you do, the faster you're going to drop enemies, so you obviously want it. Moving on to a similar stat bonus, effective damage range is also one that you should try and get on your guns. And this stat is going to increase the amount of distance required before the damage of your gun starts to fall off. So if you're boosting this, you're going to be more effective at longer ranges than you normally would be. This is especially crucial in Warzone because battle royale maps tend to be large. So if you're using a gun that has 4 shots to kill at 30 meters, then boosting that range out to around 60 to 70 meters is going to help you win more fights consistently. Next up is bullet velocity, which unsurprisingly is going to make your bullets go further before they begin to drop off. But bullet velocity will also affect how long it takes before your bullets reach their target. So just from hearing what it does, you should already know that you want to increase this as much as possible. On large Warzone maps, you do not want your bullets to be falling off because it's going to be much harder to land hits on target. And because of the distances that you're often going to be shooting at in Warzone, You also do not want a significant delay between when you shoot and your bullet actually hits. So definitely increase this as much as you can so those long range gunfights feel a bit better. The final stat bonus that you should try and squeeze onto your gun is recoil control. I'm including both vertical and horizontal under the same umbrella here, but they are both important, especially again in longer range fights. You can easily see just how important this is if you go on YouTube and search no recoil Warzone. You'll find tons of videos on this because the less your gun moves around, the easier it is to hit people, and the more shots you actually land, the higher the likelihood that you win gunfights. While that was the final stat bonus, I do have a runner-up pick that could end up being really good in Warzone, and that is the reveal distance stat. As far as anyone can tell, every attachment that increases the reveal distance does the exact same thing regardless of the percentages on the screen. And these attachments could be really useful for finding those enemies in Warzone that you otherwise would have missed at long range. It boils down to giving you extra information in Warzone, and as I already said earlier, information is extremely powerful in Warzone. If you liked the video, maybe give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more Call of Duty, Cold War, and Warzone content. I'm Doc Caesar, and I hope to see you next time.